Hey guys, it's me, Galactides, and today we're going to be doing a little Jojo tier list, and this is only part 1, so obviously there's not going to be, it's not going to be a long video, it's going to be a bit shorter, but to make up for it, I am probably going to make a part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, etc. tier list, just to make up for how slow this one is, or not slow, but how short this one is. Also, I'm rating these characters off of my opinion, and also rating them off of the part 1 of Jojo. I'm not rating them off of as a character whole. What I mean by that is, if I'm gonna give Dio Brando, let's say, a god tier, right? Well, I'm going to give him a god tier, and so we're just gonna leave him up there. The reason I'm giving him god tier is because for part 1 he is a god tier character compared to everyone else. Okay, that's what I mean by that. So for example, here Adams is the dude with the large tongue, the massive tongue. I'm putting him as a bottom tier because compared to everyone else, he's just, he does nothing. He just has a big tongue, gets his skull caved in. Okay, that is literally it. All right, so now continuing with the video. Now we have Doobie. I don't know how to say it, Dobby, Doobie, but this guy's like the snake vampire guy, zombie vampire demon. I don't know what to call him, but he's the one that attacks Poco's sister. Dio calls him down to kill her, but then Jonathan comes in, sends the Hamon through his snakes, and literally just obliterates him. I'm gonna put him in low tier because his the way he was a vampire demon guy was more interesting. He has snakes, right? And well, this dude has a big tongue. Come on. Now we have Bruford. Now you might hate me on this. I don't know if you will or not, but I'm putting him in top tier. Okay. Now, listen, he was just such a big plot point for Jonathan Joestar. He gave him a lot of, a lot of motivation. It was kind of like how Marco was to John and Aaron kind of thing, where they kind of pushed them to become scouts and pushed them to do their best, I guess you could say. And that's what kind of Bruford was. And also, he literally turned Jonathan into a demon slayer with pluck. And also, there's just this one audio that TikTokers use all the time with Bruford's lines, and also Bruford has a sick voice. I don't know if that's just me. Next we have Elizabeth. I absolutely hate her. She literally betrayed Tarkus and Bruford. Absolute bitch. Now we have Elizabeth's mother. She's just the woman that appears in Dio's mansion, where she turns her into a vampire, or he turns her into a vampire, and then she eats her own baby. Is there anything else to be said? See, if I was to put her any lower, I'd put her down here, bro, but I can't do that. Well, I could make another tier, but that's just a waste. Next we have Father Styx. This is the guy on the ship that goes to investigate Dio's coffin and then gets his head completely blown off. Fun piece of lore about this guy is that the original reason why he was on the ship is because he was basically a priest kind of guy, and he wanted to go to a village in Mexico and kind of assimilate people into, I think it was Christianity or something. I really don't remember, but yeah, I'm gonna give him a low tier because yeah, I was thinking of putting him mid tier, but it's just because of that little piece of background info that was, it's not really interesting, but it's kind of cool that he has a little bit of it. Next we have Joestar. This man, I don't know, I want to put these two together, but I don't know. As a character, I really am tempted to put him god tier, but also he really does nothing, right? He's just a really good character, but he doesn't have much to do. Of course he resents what he did to Jonathan. He takes the bullet for Jonathan, right? Or I forgot what it was. I think it was a bullet and knife. I don't exactly remember. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him at top tier for now. Jack the Ripper. I'll put him above these guys, I think. Yeah, I'll just put him above. There's really nothing to be said. The Kempo fighter. This is the guy that was with Tattoo and Speedwagon when they wanted to jump Jonathan. He really does nothing. I don't think there's anything happens with him. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put this Tattoo guy with him because they're together. Obviously, they really do nothing. Jonathan Joestar, he's a god tier character compared to everyone else. Obviously, Dario Brando. I don't really like him that much as a character, but you have to name a book by a book, man, like, he's a mid-tier character, right? Like, he does way more than all these guys, and he you know, he's kind of like a pushing plot point for Dio to like do his like demonic shit, you know. Danny, like, come on, bro, got tier, obviously, best character all of part 1, can't take that away from me. Dyer, we'll give him high tier. Again, it's really only fair since he does way more than all of these characters, but also, like, again, he doesn't do much either, right? He does his like not crossfire, like his like cross thunder split attack or whatever, and then that's really it, right? But like, compared to what everyone else here does, it's just way more, so I kind of have to put him high tier. Arena, for my enjoyment, I'd give her like an actual high tier, or maybe even low top tier, but like, again, she's just so much better than most of the characters in part 1, right? The Inspector, to be completely honest, I don't even remember this guy, like, genuinely, I do not remember him, so we're just gonna leave him here. I don't remember who he is, what he does. Mary Stewart, I don't remember this either. I'm actually gonna search this up. Alright, I'm back, and I figured it out. She's the one that's been battling with Elizabeth. You know, they were fighting over, you know, with like Tarkus, Bruford. I mean, see, the things that she looks much better as like a character, like she looks more like an angel kind of thing, right? Like more nice and stuff. Meanwhile, Elizabeth looks more like on the dark kind of side of stuff. Poco's sister, well, she doesn't do much, but for like the part she appeared in, she kind of like pushed the fight between Dio and Jonathan. I think she was one of the reasons it happened. Gonna give her a mid tier, I think. Tarkus, for my enjoyment, I don't know, I feel like he was kind of a bitch, but as a character, like, it's, again, you gotta call book by book. Bruford and Tarkus, you have to put them side by side, you really do. They're both fairly even, I think. I would put him like low top tier, while Bruford would be mid high, I guess. Yeah, I think that's how I'd put it, because Bruford just has way more impact, I would say. Well, actually, now that I think of it though, Tarkus, for what he did Zeppeli, yeah, he does, no, he does really push Jonathan and give him a lot of that strength. No, I take it back, I'm putting him high top tier. Pucko's dead. I don't know, he really does nothing. Yeah, I don't know. See, I think I'm gonna reserve the bottom tier for like people that absolutely do jack shit. See, these guys actually have a little bit done, right? These guys, they just appear, and then 3 seconds later they're gone. These guys, they appear for at least, you know, like 30 seconds, right? These guys are like 5 seconds appearance. Poco, like, see, I don't know, because if I want to put Poco here, I don't want to put Poco's sister beside him, because he's above Poco's sister. Yeah, I'll put him up with Dyer, I think that's fair. Yeah, I think it was a high tier character. I mean, again, like, you might not like his character, whatever, or he might have been boring, but again, he appears way more than everyone else, and he just does way more than everyone down here in this section. So again, it's only fair. Tom Petty, like, as a character, high tier, but for, again, what he does, I'm gonna have to give him top tier. Because again, he trains Zeppeli, or William Zeppeli, and Haman straight. So I'm giving him, actually, this is, I was gonna say this because he also appears in part 2, but again, this is a part 1 thing. I don't really think he does much. I don't know, I'll just put him beside Dyer. Will's father, he technically appears in part 2, doesn't he? Because that's when the flashback happens. Oh well. And then we have Willie Zeppeli. We're gonna put him top tier. I could put him god tier. I don't know. He's in between. If there was like a tier in between here, I would put it. It's really stuck between those two. Just an overall good character. Gave, you know, ran down the family to one of my favorites, Joe Bros, Caesar Zeppeli. And yeah, Wang Chan, I'm going to give him mid tier over all these guys, because I feel like he does in what he does in the boat scene, I think it's more than, like, you know what Dobby, Jack the Ripper, and all those guys did, right? Like very low mid tier. Robert Yo Speedwagon, best waifu, obviously. I'm sorry, Danny, but he just has to go up there. And then I don't know what this was, but I just saw the color, and like obviously, you know, these guys are S tier, you know, best characters in all of JoJo. We know that. We know these guys. We totally know those guys. But yeah, so this is the part 1 tier list. Obviously, very short. I will definitely make a part 2 version, and yeah, that's really all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, you know, comment. I'm trying to, actually I'm not going to say that, because if I do say that, I'm going to jinx myself and it's not going to happen. So I'm not going to say that. But yeah, thank you for watching this.